Jim, it's finished 0-0. Another clean sheet, the positive, but we're not scoring. So, your talk on the game?
Exactly that. I think, as I just said to you there, that's the way I feel at the minute. In life, I'm quite positive about certain things, I'm a little bit negative about others, but that's exactly how we've been on the pitch. We can be also positive, throw everyone forward and leave the back door open and concede and lose games, but we might, score a few. Or you stick to what you're doing and being solid at the back and hope that at the top end, not just through the forwards, but through set plays or whatever it may be, there's different ways of scoring goals, and we've got to do more to create and score more. That obviously will give us a better chance of winning games. So, as I've said, I don't think I've never known anything like this, like with regards to, I think just 4th or 5th clean sheet at home. I think we've won 1 out the last 7, but we've lost 1, which was against top of the league at the time, Kidderminster, who again had 2 very good goals outside the box, but 3 shots on target on the day and he scored 2. But then we've won 1 against Warrington 2-0, and apart from that, 1 at Hereford, and then all the rest are 0-0. So do you look at it positively and say, well, we're hard to beat, we're keeping clean sheets, the goalkeeping defenders will be happy. If I was a defender going, that's my job. Can I affect the top end of the pitch a little bit more, probably, with regards to set plays. But the negative is that we've drawn again, we've failed to score, and we haven't done enough at the top end. It looked today, for me, it might be different when I look back on it. We're playing against a good side, they were chasing the promotion places themselves, very much like us at the minute. I think they've won 1-7, 1-8.
Struggling to score.
Yeah, struggling to score. Scored 2 against Scunthorpe, but they've 0-0 the other night, the game I went to watch. I think they had 0-0 recently against someone else, Peterborough Sports, at home. So, and you could see that, if you're going to do the pools or something like that tonight, it was a nap to be a draw, but we come with the mindset of trying to win the game. We knew the strengths and weaknesses lie. Again, being positive, I thought they duffed us up more than any other team this year down at their place when they beat us 4 early on in the season. And we were well more solid today, apart from 1 header from a corner right at the end of the half-time mark, where I think they got a block on, and I think it was Calvary who got in. He was a threat from set plays. They work set plays really well, they always have done over the last few years. But I thought we were miles better in that regards. But that's been us at the minute. We're protecting the goal. Chris gets player of the month for the club for December. It's no surprise it's going to be a goalkeeper or a defender who get that. But if I look at our pre-season, I thought we looked good. We created, we scored. We weren't too bad defensively. We get into the season, we create, we score. We showed the lads clips today of our game at their place. I thought we were better with the ball. We created numerous opportunities. We scored 1, could have scored quite a few more. Keeper pulled off a couple of good saves. Marcus went through 1v1. We could have scored after a couple of minutes with a bit of direct play off Proctor into Burgess. But we come up short in restarts. I think they had 1 shot from open play in that game, but they absolutely battered us on restarts. So, as I say, from that early stage of the season, that first third, we look a threat. We're playing all right. We're creating opportunities. We're scoring goals, and it got us up to 5th in the division. But on the negative side, we were conceding far too many. And I'm looking at us going, I didn't like the look at us defensively. So now it's been flipped on its head because we're rock solid, as we say. I think it's 4 or 5 clean sheets out the last 7 or 8. But there's no difference in the shape or personnel. It's not as if we've lost loads of players and we've had to cover up. We're just not doing enough at the top end, and that's through. And I've always said I want to be quite rounded as a team, so if it's direct play off the target that runs off, whether it's good football, middle to final third and combinations and moments of brilliance, whether it's a set play, or a restart, we want to be effective in all parts. But they've just, we're working on them, we're showing them stuff, we're doing bits, just not working for us at the minute. But it depends, as I say. If you look at it negatively, we haven't won, we failed to score. But if you look at it positively, we're hard to beat. We're one of the best sides in the division defensively over this third of game. So, but we need to turn 1 or 2 of these draws into victories. I think we're 4 unbeaten now in the league. We were very unlucky against Southend, I think, you'd be honest. When I look back over that game, we could easily take that to penalties. But again, we didn't do enough. We created opportunities, never scored. Hereford last week, We created opportunities, he's only scored the one. If you go back to Chester and look at Chester, top of the league, won the last 5 since we played them. On the day they had 1 shot after about 89 minutes when Glendon come on and hit the target. But we've had the better chances. 2 of them fell to night pairs, so one of them we hit the post with, but we've got a chip in with goals all over the pitch, so we could have easily won that game. We drew that game like we have done recently, so we're not far away, and people will get frustrated because we're not winning games, but it's my job to look at it and go, well, let's stay solid, but let's make sure we do more at the top end of the pitch, so that's what we're trying to do at the minute.
You brought a defender in this week, and I think supporters have been saying we need an attacker.
100%, yeah. I'm not daft, am I?
You're not daft, yeah, but you know, obviously there's a frustration there. We brought defender, we need an attacker.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, the thoughts are Jordan Keane's pulled his calf, so he's going to be out for a bit. Harry Flowers has been out since pre-season, we know, with a snapped Achilles. We didn't really want to bring a defender in, being perfectly honest, but Knight Pearsall, who were wrapped up on Monday night against City Liverpool, we put him on to share the load with Tom, and Tom was on a book and etc. Yeah. Instead of training Tuesday, we had the game Monday, so I said to Nat at his age and what he'd played, go and have 10 minutes. And obviously he went on and got booked after 8 seconds, but in that moment when he kicked the big centre forward, he fell on his ankle, and his ankle.
Is that what it was?
So when I get the phone call on Tuesday, my ankle's swollen, I didn't really feel it in the game. I'm looking at it going, well, we've got Tom Ball and Kieran Quansah, he can play centre half. Jack Doe's done it before, been out with ribs. Jack, we didn't know whether he was going to be fit. Obviously he's trained on Thursday and we got him on the bench today and he come on and played the part. So I can understand. We're trying absolutely everything. We've hit a few brick walls on forward players. We brought Connor Evans in on a short-term loan who's not played for quite a few months, but I actually thought he looked good when he went on today, and I do think he can only get better. You know, he's got something different. He is quick. He's been brought up the right way through. He's technically good, and he looked a threat when he come on. I just thought he was going to get in there on the counter-attack on a couple of occasions, but that's what we need. We need a little bit more, we need an injection at the top end of the pitch. But I've been on to numerous clubs, we've spoken to numerous players, we've missed out on 1 or 2. We've got 1 or 2 who are monitoring the situation. You know, clubs will go, well, let's see if we can get on in one before we release this one. It's the hardest position to fill at any time, and we're feeling
everybody wants to strike it, don't they?
Well, if you look at the top end, my team, Everton, want one. Yeah. Arsenal need one. You know, there's every team. You know, City have signed one. United probably need one. You know, all the big sides are all looking at it going, and that filters all the way through. And you speak to coaches, and a couple of my mates who in the levels below are getting in touch with me. Say, have you got any strikers spare? I'm thinking, we've got no one spare at the minute. Yeah, that's the way it is. You know.
But you are trying.
100%. Yeah, I don't think for 1 minute that we want a forward or 2 in. Yeah. You know, we've got that much football going on, and we're going to have to have the bodies in the positions, so we might have a bit of movement on one, but until they're in the building and are signed on the line to be on loan or permanently, you know, it's the hardest stage of the season to sign anyone anyway, because everyone's under contract. It's the hardest position to fill because it's centre forward. Who's going to give forwards away? Everyone sort of keeps them in house more than anything, because ultimately you need forwards. And teams now, certainly in the EFL with the window, and I've been there myself, you do wrap yourself up a little bit with players because of what if. When you come to the end of the window and then you go and get 2 or 3 injuries at the top end of the pitch, you need people to step in. So clubs do go a little bit top heavy on the forwards, because you need the squad to get them from, you know, February the 2nd or 3rd, whatever it is now, to the end of the season. So we've watched numerous players, we've spoke to people who know these players, we've spoke to clubs, coaches, agents, etc, etc. It's forever going on. Myself, Alan, Andy Burgess, you know, so I think we will get one in, but obviously we want one in sooner rather than later, and potentially 2, because we're a bit stretched. Marcus is coming back, but we can't rush him back. No. You know, so Danny's played up there today with Prochy. Will Russ has been on loan. The Orangus has been ill this week, so we're not firing at the top end of the pitch. I don't think for 1 minute I'm not trying to bring someone in. I had to bring a centre half, and you can't run. Certainly in this league with the physical attributes of most sides, looking at them today, how they bomb it in the box on the long throw and the set plays. They're a right threat, they're well drilled, they're well organised, and they do offer a threat from set plays. And I'm looking, I think we can't go into this game with just Keenan and Tom Moore at centre half. We need a little injection in that in. Sometimes that happens. You build a squad with, you know, to go 3-5-2, you sign 5 centre halves, and suddenly,
I've got nothing left.
when you look at it, I mean, Tom Moore was probably coming in as a bit of a project, and then as soon as Harry goes down, he's kicked in a little bit, and next thing he's captain on the side today. He's been magnificent for us. So again, that's football, it happens. No one really predicted that, but we didn't really want to bring a centre half in, but we had to, and I think he did well on his debut, to be fair to him. So
yeah. We go again on Tuesday night. We've got a quick turnaround. We've got Spennymoor, and I think they've had a heavy defeat today.
Yeah, they got beat. I think they were late on the couple. I went to Chorley on Tuesday, and Alan went to Chester on Tuesday, and they were late on the coach.
Yeah.
I think they did a kick off 8 o'clock, something like that. They lost the game 1-0, although there wasn't much in the game. But that's what Chester have done. They've just found a way of nicking a goal and winning the game, which we could have easily done against them. And now they sit top of the league. So they've gone away again today. So they come away on Tuesday. Spennymoor, I've seen over the years, have been at the level that they're a good outfit, and I know the manager well. They've got good players. They've lost a good player to Barrow, but they've still got the likes of Taylor and Ramshaw and things like that. Yeah. So sometimes they're very, very good. At the start of the year when we played them, I thought they were very good at their place. Yeah. But sometimes they can be a little bit not as good. You know, a little bit like most teams, unpredictable, home, consistency. All working lads who've got to travel over from the northeast over here. So let's hope that we don't get a fully firing Glenn Taylor or Ramshaw or a very good Spennymoor side, which they are. So, but all we can do is just affect what we do. We'll look over this game, we'll reflect, have a little look, see if we can bring a body or two in to give us an injection, give us something a bit more at the top end of the pitch, whether we shuffle the pack, whether we change formation. You know, it's a balancing act, because we have been strong at the back and we want to continue to be strong at the back. Right. And if we can do that, but just get a little bit more at the top end of the pitch, we'll start converting some of these draws into victories, and hopefully we can do that sooner rather than later, and start getting a few more wins under the belt.
Thanks, Jim.